For over a century, Tulane Football has been one of the most fascinating programs in college football history. This is a program that dates back to 1893, a program that was once a founding member of the SEC, a program that won conference championships, played in the Rose Bowl, won the first Sugar Bowl, and helped shape the history of football in the South. Tulane won 3 SEC championships before leaving the conference in 1966. Becoming the only original SEC member to voluntarily walk away from the league. For decades, the green wave faded into the background. The glory years became memories. But every once in a while, Tulane reminds the college football world who they are. In 1998, led by quarterback Sean King, the green wave shocked the nation. Tulane won the Conference USA Championship and ended the season as one of only 2 undefeated teams in the country. Yet they were denied a chance to play for a national title. To this day, many Tulane fans wonder what could have been. Then came another long climb, years of being overlooked, years of watching the sport evolve without Tulane at the center of it. Until 2022, the Green Wave produced one of the greatest turnarounds in college football history. Going from 2 wins to 12, winning the American Athletic Conference, and stunning USC in the Cotton Bowl. They followed that up in 2025. As they climbed to the highest mountaintop in program history to date, reaching the college football playoffs. But as high as they got, it was short-lived. After losing in round 1 of the CFP, the Green Wave saw turnover like never before. Their leader into the new reign, John Summerall, took a new job at Florida. Roster turnover like never before. The newly named head coach, Will Hall, taking a leave of absence, leaving a newcomer to direct the Green Wave to national relevance. A new chapter begins. A new coach, a new roster, new expectations. The transfer portal has transformed college football. NIL has changed recruiting forever. Conferences are realigning. Power is shifting. Dynasties are rising and falling faster than ever before. And Tulane sits at a crossroads. Can this program build on its recent success? Can the Green Wave become more than just a great Group of 5 story? Can Tulane return to the national spotlight and establish itself as a true power in the modern era? And perhaps the biggest question of all, can Tulane one day find its way back home, back to the conference it helped create? This is a restoration. The goal isn't to make Tulane relevant. The goal is to make Tulane feared, to bring championship football back to New Orleans, to build a roster capable of competing with the best teams in America, to turn the Green Wave into a national brand, and to prove that a program with this much history still has its best days ahead. Welcome to the Tulane Dynasty. Welcome to the Zoms Era.
The first order of business is to get to know this Tulane roster as we come in to College Football 27 with a 72 overall, 2.5-star prestige, so it's going to be an uphill battle to kind of climb back to the top and hopefully get back to the SEC. So to start it off, our top-rated player is our leading returning rusher, Jamari McClure, who is going to be a redshirt sophomore. Last season, he had 540 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, averaging 6.5 yards a pop. And he's one of the guys that this coaching staff is going to lean on quite a bit in this first year, as we still don't have an established quarterback 1. So it's going to be him and then a couple guys in the rotation, but McClure is going to get most of the carries going forward, especially early on in the season. Next, we have our leading receiver coming back, and that is 82 overall, Anthony Brown-Stevens, the former Kentucky Wildcat who transferred in 2025. He had 41 catches for 523 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. He's going to be more of the kind of gadget guy, coming in at 5'10", 170. Line him at in the slot, kind of see where he can fit, find different matchups, but it's good to have kind of established receiver coming back that knows the offense. Even though he doesn't know Coach Zoms' offense, it's good to have a returner like that. Anchoring our defense and our top-rated defensive player is 81 overall Jack Chenchu, who came off an amazing freshman season at Tulane last year with 55 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 3 pass deflections. He's definitely going to be a guy that we lean to early on in the season on the defensive side. Most likely going to be our user, only coming in at 5'10". A safety, can line up a nickel, get him closer down to the box. He has decent speed at 87 with 89 acceleration, so it's going to be a fun player flying around that defensive end for us. One of the most exciting players that I'm ready to kind of see in the Green Wave uniform is LSU transfer wide receiver Destin Hill. He comes in a little low at 78 overall, but with his 6'1 stature and his 91 speed, definitely a guy we can line up on the outside, a red zone threat. I just really think we can get him in good situations to kind of unlock his potential, as he wasn't seeing the field too much at LSU, and see if he can help us kind of get this passing attack underway. The biggest question of the offseason is who's going to be throwing these dynamic playmakers the football. And it still hasn't been decided, but it's between 2 really talented quarterbacks, both 76 overall, starting with the Louisiana and Houston transfer, Zion Chris. As at Louisiana, he had 2 years there throwing a 66% completion percentage, had a kind of an up and down career, never got too much going there, saw way more action there before transferring to Houston, and it kind of got cut short as his second year at Louisiana had a broken lower leg and ended that season prematurely. But definitely more of the dual threat guy, kind of dynamic playmaker with a little under 1,000 career rushing yards as well. His biggest mishap is kind of fleeing from the pocket, getting a little too risky with the ball and throwing a couple too many interceptions. But overall, could really change an offense with a single scramble, and just something that we will evaluate and see, if that's the route we want to take, or if we would rather go a little bit safer with our next quarterback. And that leads us into our next quarterback, junior Caden Samoza. He was a Ball State transfer, came into Tulane in 2025, had some time to sit last year, learn the offense, but again, the offense and coaching staff is mostly completely different, as with the 2 coaching changes within the last 6 months. At Ball State, he was phenomenal for his short time there. His 2024 was his best year that he kind of got the reins to the program, through just under 65% completion, right around 2,000 yards. He had 25 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and the biggest thing about his time there is he really wasn't protected, as he had 33 sacks that second season at Ball State, his only season of kind of taking over. But a lot of potential there, a little bit more of a different play style than Zion, as I would consider him more of a gamer compared to a dual threat option, but he does have some ability to tuck in and run it when needed. Another positive of going with him is that we could have another year after this year with him, a full year as QB1, kind of taking that next step into year 2. So comparing both of these guys, there's positives and there's negatives to both of them, as we have a little bit more pocket passing presence with Samoza and a little bit more dynamic dual threat ability with Zion. Then I want to kind of look at a couple other players that I think are going to be key contributors or potential down the road stars for us, and that starts with Syracuse transfer Gabe Daniels, 6'2", 185, and he brings a lot of speed with that size. Again, kind of like Hill on the outside, another good deep threat target and also red zone threat. And then Vance the Duke transfer only had a 69 overall, but he brings a lot of things to the table compared to our other transfer tight end. And I think he's more of a complete tight end right now, so we'll see how it kind of develops. And then two of our defensive staples, Isaiah Shine, who is a sophomore 6'1 DB, kind of pin and play wherever you want to do it, next to Jack on the defense. And then our kind of defensive captain, Chris Rogers, the senior, and he's going to be kind of the linebacker that takes over the group and kind of gives that mentality of where we want to go and, you know, make sure everyone stays online, stays ready, and gets ready for the next down. Again, a little short intro, getting to know some of these players, but again, not enough. So next episode, we're going to dive into different position battles, see, you know, what recruiting board we want to set up, as well as, you know, other key members that we can see contributing to this first year and beyond, as well as get into our first week matchup with Duke. So thanks for watching, and we'll get ready for July 2nd.